What a way to begin Baby Steps Season 2. This episode of Baby Steps is probably why a majority of us really love Baby Steps to begin with from Season 1, because this episode was a training episode that was realistic. As I said countless times in my Season 1 reviews, the reason why I love Baby Steps so much is because the progression of Achan's character is realistic. Even though he is growing at a fast rate that's faster than anyone's ever seen, it's realistic because of how much he has done and how much he trains to get better. He no-lives tennis. He fucking no-lives it. Let's just be real here. So, to see his progression, and with this episode, it starts off with more progression with Achan and how he's trying to become a better tennis player and figure out a new routine and how he can better himself. Just, I'm loving it. I'm already loving Season 2 of Baby Steps. Now, can anyone confirm? Are we getting 24 or 25 episodes of Baby Steps Season 2? Like, can anyone confirm in the comments, please? I'd be very thankful if a lot of you can confirm that. But anyways, this episode of Baby Steps, it is, like I said, everything we know and love from Season 1. The training to Achan, to getting to see him have these inner monologues of him thinking of what he wants to do, to him writing things down of how he can better himself, and then finding out more stuff about tennis that makes me broaden my perspective of, like, oh my god, all the work that goes into this sport. Because to see how Achan has to get out of this habit of losing, that right there is very realistic, actually. That is very realistic. If you get into the habit of constantly saying, like, okay, it doesn't matter if I win or lose, I can lose right now and it's fine. If you get into that habit, eventually there will come a time to when you want to win, but you'll be so determined on that win that you will not be able to think properly. For instance, if you were to hit a ball, you put either too much strength behind it. And so to see how Achan got into this habit or rhythm of constantly losing, it just once again brings up another realistic aspect to the series, because that does happen. I know for a fact that happens. Like when let's say, playing a game or something, and I get used to losing just to do something certain, like collect an item from Dark Souls. Like, this does happen. This actually has happened to me. Now, I know it's kind of hard to, you know, believe, but yes, this does happen. If you get into the habit of constantly dying or losing, you pretty much will eventually, when you want to not die or you want to win, you will fail. And this is very obvious too, because, you know, I know people have probably had it one time in their life to where there's probably a point in your life where you're thinking, like, okay, I want to do this, I gotta get this, I gotta do this, I gotta win this, I gotta do something like this. You know, everybody has this determination in their mind. Some person or everybody has had at one time in their life this type of thought. And you have to think, like, this type of thought could be similar to what Achan was doing in this episode, of him wanting to win and getting into the habit of losing. And when you think of one specific objective for so long, it kind of makes it to where your edge is dull. Like, for instance, you can't achieve that objective good or fast enough, or you can't accomplish it right because you're just so focused on that one little objective. So yeah, this episode of Baby Steps Season 2, oh my god, just seeing the routine of how Achan learned how to move his, like, strings in his nets and all that, and then how to take a deep breath, that right there, bro, that's hype. It's so fucking hype. Like, my god, man. Oh yeah, so one thing I wanted to bring up before I forget about it, the female character, I forget her exact name, it starts with an M. I'm willing to bet that female character is going to have a love triangle with Achan. It's very, very, very obvious, because with her introduction, the way her design is, the way she's acting all tsundere around him, it's very apparent that she is going to probably be a future love interest in Achan, and I wonder how that's going to play out, because we already have, you know, our other couple with Achan, you know, in Japan, so I wonder how it's going to work out. I really do. But regardless of that, it was a very interesting display of getting to see these two characters. So there's another ship that was introduced with this episode of Baby Steps Season 2. Now, before I end this review, I just want to say, though, animation-wise of this episode of Baby Steps wasn't the best, but it was pretty damn good when it came to certain specific scenes, especially when Achan was having his inner monologues. So yeah, you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.